Hello everyone, I'm Mel from Productivity Pixie, and today I'm excited to guide you through this Notion template designed around the getting things done and also the pair method. We'll explore its features and how it seamlessly integrates the getting things done framework from David Allen's book and also the pair method by Tiago Forte. And not only that, but we'll also delve into its different set of pages and also databases. I'll also show you how each component in the template operates and guide you in personalizing the template to suit your needs. But before we begin this video, if you've already purchased the template and you're looking to set it up quickly and want to skip over the explanations of each page in the template, and you're already familiar on how to duplicate the template into your Notion account, you can quickly skip to the timestamp called Make the Template Your Own in the description below. However, I do suggest to at least take a look at the task management and also the wellness timestamps to grasp how the GTD processing database and also the habit tracker database function. All right, and now that that's out the way, let's start the video. So before we get started, make sure you have a Notion account. If you don't have one yet, you can use the link below to create a free account. And once you have your Notion account ready, you can open the PDF you receive with your purchase. And in the PDF, you'll find a link to the template. So click on that link, which will take you to this page. And on this page, you can look for the icon in the upper right corner of the screen. Click on that button, so that's the duplicate button, to add the template to your account. And after clicking duplicate, you'll be prompted to log into your Notion account. Log into the account where you want the GTD Notion template to be duplicated. It might take a few minutes to complete the duplication process, but once it's done, you'll be ready to start using your template in your Notion account. And there you have it. You have successfully duplicated the GTD Notion template. But before we proceed, I want to clarify that the template I'll be demonstrating in this tutorial might not be the exact version you purchased. You might have chosen one of these other styles. However, the only differences between these templates are aesthetics, such as banners, dividers, gallery images, and icons. Another variation, if you bought the gray version, is that your pages are going to be located on the side rather than at the top. But otherwise, the functionality will remain the same. Now that you've duplicated your template, let's take a brief look at the powerful systems integrated within it. And just to give you a brief overview of this Notion template and why it was created, recently I read Getting Things Done by David Allen, and this book is amazing because it introduces a highly effective system for organizing thoughts and tasks. David Allen's GTD system, it's all about capturing your tasks and ideas outside your mind. He emphasizes that your brain is for having ideas, not holding them. And this philosophy really resonated with me, and I realized that Notion is the perfect tool to implement this system. And not only does this template incorporate the GTD methodology, but it also integrates elements from the pair method by Tiago Forte. And the pair method is another fantastic system for organizing your projects, areas of responsibility, resources, and archives. And by combining these two powerful systems, this template is designed to be a comprehensive resource for staying organized and productive. It will help make sure that your mind stays clear, allowing you to focus on doing rather than remembering. So let's take a look at how you can customize and use this template to maximize its potential. Now let's dive into the template itself. So the first page you should visit once you access your template is the template setup page. This will be located in your dashboard, so right here, and you can click on this page to begin setting up the template according to your preferences and to prepare it for your very own entries. On the template setup page, you'll find two main steps. The first step is a guide to help you get started with using your template. It covers essential information such as how to add reminders, how to switch between dark and light mode, how databases work, and how to recover accidentally deleted pages, databases, properties, or even your entire Notion template if that were to happen. Additionally, it provides instructions on how to sync your Notion calendar with your Google Calendar if that's something you're interested in. And moving on to step 2, you'll find several preset databases that quickly customize the template to better suit your needs. And we'll delve deeper into this page towards the end of the video, but for now, understand that this serves as both a guide for template usage and a place where you can tailor the template to fit your specific requirements. Now, if you go back to the dashboard, you'll notice this area right here where you can access all the pages included in this template. And as mentioned earlier, if you have the gray version of this template, you'll find all of your pages conveniently listed here on the side. As you can see, there are planning pages, life pages, workspace pages, and last but not least, the other section, which is what we'll be focusing on right now. So let's begin with the first page in this section, which is the mobile view. And while Notion is accessible from any device, there are instances where certain pages can become crowded and challenging to navigate on a phone. So that's why we've designed this page specifically for mobile use. So here you'll find all the main databases from across your pages conveniently organized for easy access on your phone. So in the mobile view, you can quickly navigate through your notification center, your planning area, time blocks, calendar, GTD processing databases, which we'll explore very shortly, projects, areas, notes, resources, goals, your journal, your mood and habit tracker, and also your archive. So this setup ensures that you can access all crucial information in a streamlined manner from your mobile device. So while you can access other pages in your template from your phone as well, the mobile view provides a more organized approach. So it's designed to prevent information overload on small screens, making it easier to manage and view your data compared to a laptop or a desktop. Now let's head back to the dashboard and access the databases page. And clicking here will allow you to access all of the original databases in your template. So just a quick note for reference, original databases are identified by their database title without an arrow. So if a database title lacks an arrow, just like this one right here, it indicates it's an original database. So conversely, if it has an arrow, just like this one right here, it signifies a linked database. So deleting an original database, so one without the arrow, can be irreversible. So as you can see here, all the databases on this page are original databases and none of them have any arrow. So this is why the page warns do not delete, as deleting this page would mean deleting all databases within your entire template. So definitely a situation you would want to avoid. However, this page serves as a safeguard if you accidentally delete a linked database, so one with the arrow, anywhere in your template, you can always return here to the databases page. And while undoing the mistake by just typing Command C or going here on the 3 dots in the upper right corner of the screen and selecting undo is usually effective, having the databases page ensures that you can always retrieve and relink accidentally deleted linked databases across your entire template. So for example, let's say you accidentally delete the About Me database, which is in your dashboard. So the About Me database in this case is a linked database because as you can see, it has an arrow in the database title. So this is not an original database. So if you delete it, there's no problem at all. The first thing to try is, of course, to type Command C, which often works, or you can also find the undo button, just like I showed you before. But if that doesn't restore it, simply come back to the databases page. Here you can find the About Me section, copy the link to the original database, and paste it back. And that's it. None of your data will be lost and you will have successfully restored your database. Okay, now let's go ahead and explore the archives page. So according to the para method from Tiago Forte's framework, archives are designed to store information that is not currently needed but may be valuable for future reference. So this helps keep active spaces clear and enhances focus on current tasks. So to facilitate this, each database here includes a checkbox property which allows you to selectively archive data from any of these databases, so separating and preserving it as needed. So you'll find archives for your projects, your contacts, your resources, your goals, even goal milestones, journal entries, and mood tracker entries. And while some of these databases may also appear on other pages in your template, the archives page consolidates all your archive information in one place. So this ensures you can easily access and manage archived data whenever required. Now let's move on to the next section of this template, which is the planning section, and into the task management page. But before diving into the details, I want to point out that all pages in the planning, life, and workspace sections share the same top layout. So this layout includes the most important pages of the template and your daily and weekly planning pages, as well as your capture inbox, which we'll discuss in a bit and explain why it's so essential to have it on every page of your template. But with that out of the way, let's explore the task management page, which is also one of the best features in this template because it's where you'll be processing your tasks through the GTD system from David Allen's book, Getting Things Done. So the GTD method consists of 5 steps. So the first step is to capture. So that means collecting everything that grabs your attention. The second step is to clarify. This means to process what each item means and what to do about it. The third step is to organize. So that means to put into the right place. The fourth step is to reflect. So to regularly review your system. And the last step is to engage. So that means to simply do the work or task. So let's skip ahead and go to the Getting Things Done section on this page where you'll process your tasks through the GTD system. And to begin, what you're going to do is that you're going to capture everything on your mind and list all of your ideas right here. So just like in step 1 of the GTD method. So having this captured database or inbox in every page of your template, it's crucial because this is what starts the GTD task processing method. And if you're using your template and suddenly get an idea or remember a task that you don't want to forget, you can quickly access the captured database and jot it down. And you can either process it immediately or leave it there until you have time to go through it, ensuring nothing slips through the cracks. So let's say we want to add something to our capture database. Let's add these 2 items, so item 1 and item 2. So currently the status of these items in our capture database is inbox, since we just put these items on our inbox and we still haven't processed them yet. So once you've captured your items, click on the checkbox and the item will move to step 2 of this section. So now the status will change from inbox to clarify, which also corresponds to step 2 of the GTD system. And if we go to the clarify tab, here you'll be able to see all the items you've moved to this database. And it's important to know that if an item has been sitting in any of these databases for more than 6 days, the database will remind you to reflect and process it. So if an item is overdue, it will also be marked as such. Otherwise, it will be marked as clarified. So now what you're going to do is that for each item, think about whether each item is actionable. If it is, choose yes or no. Actionable items are those you can work on directly or delegate, while non-actionable items are for further consideration, reference, or awaiting external inputs. So once you're done picking either yes or no, move to steps 2 and 3 of this database, where you'll see the items divided into actionable and non-actionable. So let's first go to step 2 and think about if the item is a someday or maybe item, or if it's meant to be a reminder. So a someday maybe item is a task or idea that you might want to pursue in the future, but are not committed to acting upon at the present moment. So think about that, or if it's a reminder, then fill in the rest of the information, and don't forget to click the checkbox to move the task to the next step. Next, go on to step 3, and if you want to turn this item into a project, you can click the button provided. Otherwise, proceed with filling out the remaining properties. So determine if the item can be done in less than 2 minutes, more than 2 minutes, or if it needs to be delegated. And based on your answer, the next property will tell you what to do with the item. So it will tell you to either do it now, if it will take less than 2 minutes, to schedule it if it will take more than 2 minutes, or to delegate it if someone else has to do it. And after that, just fill out the necessary information in the rest of the properties, and don't forget to click the checkbox once you're done. Now, once you click that checkbox, meaning you have finished clarifying your items, the status will change from clarify to organized, and now they will move to the bottom section right here, and you can see them divided into actionable and non-actionable items. So for actionable tasks, you'll find items you can do right now. Next actions, so items that don't have a due date but can be done or should be done immediately, scheduled items, and also delegated items. On the other hand, for non-actionable items, you have your someday maybe items and reminders. And in these two databases, you have the opportunity to organize these items and place them where they belong. And after you're done organizing them, click the checkbox, and now their status will change to engage, which is also the final step of the GTD method. Engage and take action on your items, which you can also see from right here. And from this page, you can also view tasks for today, tomorrow, the next 7 days, next month, unscheduled tasks, and you will also have your calendar, overdue tasks, and cold tasks. Cold tasks are also overdue tasks that you want to put on hold in the meantime, and you'll also see your completed tasks. And all of these will be displayed regardless of whether they are ready to be engaged with or not. So if you scroll down further, you will find your GTD processing area, which we already discussed, and also your high priority projects at the end of the page. So that's how you process tasks through the GTD method in this Notion template. Now, if we return to the dashboard and navigate to the first page in this section, you'll find the daily planning page. So here you'll find 2 simple to-do lists and a section for daily journal entries, your GTD next actions, and the GTD notification center. So the notification center helps you stay aware of tasks that still need processing. So if you have unprocessed tasks, you can start processing them by clicking on the Start GTD Task Processing right here. So you'll also find your calendar and your time block right here. Once you finish your day, you can reset the time block by pressing this button like so. So let's say we want to reset our time block, just press this button, and that's it. Additionally, you have the projects that you've marked as high priority. And now if we move on to the weekly planning page, you'll notice it's quite similar to the daily planning page. But according to David Allen's book, Getting Things Done, conducting a weekly review that includes checking your projects, calendar, your goals, notes, resources, and even archived items is highly recommended. So this practice ensures that your template remains robust, relevant, and also supportive of your productivity and decision-making process. So in the weekly planning page, you'll find a simple to-do list for the entire week. You'll find your journal, task organizer, and the GTD notification center, just like in the daily planning page. Here you also have your next actions, and instead of high priority projects at the bottom of the page, you have a weekly review and alignment section. So this section allows you to do that weekly review that we just talked about. So you can review your projects, your goals, your notes, your resources, and archives to ensure they remain relevant, and you can also archive anything that is no longer pertinent. So this review helps you stay on top of your current and relevant tasks and also your projects. All right, so now that we've delved into the part of this template that incorporates the GTD method and its task processing process, let's return our attention to the workspace section. So here we integrate key elements of the para method, a framework developed by Tiago Forte. And if you're not familiar, PARA stands for Projects, Areas, Resources, and Archives, designed to optimize organization and productivity. So including the PARA method in this template was essential because it categorizes information effectively, ensuring clarity, efficient retrieval, and improved workflow. And it also complements systems like the GTD method, so enhancing overall efficiency and reducing cognitive load. So we've already explored the archives page, covering that aspect of the PARA method. So now let's focus on how the projects and resources components are integrated into this template. So let's dive into these pages to see how they contribute to a streamlined and organized workflow. So we'll start with the projects page, since several pages we've already seen include a database from the section. And in the projects page, you'll be able to see all your projects organized by status, priority, area, and overdue projects. As you scroll down, you'll also notice a timeline view of all your projects and their respective tasks. One of the best features of this template is its seamless integration, allowing you to connect or link items from other sections such as tasks, notes, resources, and contacts directly to your projects. So you can find these linked sections right here on the projects page. And additionally, there's also a dedicated section for work-related events, which you can add by clicking the plus button within the database, or also by selecting the new button right here. So further down, you'll see your GTD process tasks, but only those related to your projects in your projects database. And remember, all next actions databases in this template only display tasks or items that need to be reflected on, are overdue, or are ready to be engaged with. So if you need to process any tasks or items, simply go right here to the GTD task processing link and start processing items right away. At the end of this page, you'll find your completed and also archived projects. And for every new project you create, you'll also have a dedicated template like this one, where you can view all relevant information specific to that project. And this includes linking notes and other resources to your projects. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the notebooks page first, and then we'll move on to the resources page. Before we continue, if you still haven't gotten your hands on this template and you're liking what you're seeing, you can find the link in the description below. And don't forget that when you purchase this template, you also get access to the Pixie Hub. The hub is designed to help you maximize the use of your template and achieve your desired results quickly. It's packed with additional resources such as tips, tools, tutorials, free templates, and Notion customization items to support you on your productivity and Notion journey. So if you're interested in getting this template for yourself, you can click the link in the description below. Okay, and now back to the video. So on the left side, you'll find all of your notebooks right here. And then on the right side, you have all of your notes. Here you can access your most recent notes, your favorite notes, and notes sorted by projects an area. Additionally, you have a clear view of notes within your notebook. And one of the key principles emphasized in the GTD method is the importance of regularly reviewing your notes and resources related to your projects. And this also includes your notes in general. So this area right here helps you do just that. And you have sections for notes that need review, notes that are on hold or need attention, and notes that are up to date. And now if you scroll down towards the end of the page, you'll see notes sorted by type as well as your archived notes. Now, if we move to the resources page, you'll notice a similar organization. And here you'll first find all your resources linked to projects or areas, and also a review center for your resources. So just like with your notes, you can review the status of your resources and ensure that you're keeping a good eye on them. And here you will also see resources sorted by type, and finally your archived resources. So this organization ensures that all your notes and resources are easy to access, review, and manage, keeping your projects and areas well organized and up to date. So far, we've explored how the archives, projects, and resources from the Para method are integrated into this template. So now the last component we need to cover is the areas, ensuring we have all aspects of the Para method included. So you'll find this in our life section right here on the dashboard, where you'll have dedicated spaces for different areas of your life. So whether it's your career, your education, business, hobbies, your side hustle, family, health, or anything else that matters to you. And in addition to these, there's a dedicated space for goals and a wellness page, which we'll cover later. But for now, let's dive into the areas page. And here you'll find examples of different areas of your life that you could add to this database. If none of these predefined areas relate to you, simply delete them and start with your very own. And you'll also find a section for prioritizing these areas based on what matters the most to you. It's important to note that every time that you create a new area, inside that area, you'll find a pre-made template where you can store all information related to that specific area. And if you go back to the areas page, as you scroll down, you'll find also your projects, resources, notes, and also goals associated with the areas you've defined in your areas database. And speaking of goals, if you move on to the goals page, this is where you'll manage and track all your goals. So each time you create a new goal, you'll have a pre-made template to help you develop a plan of action. So if you scroll down further in this page, you'll also find a database where you can list the steps needed to achieve that specific goal. And each completed step will represent a milestone in your journey towards that goal. And you can track all of these milestones in this database below. Once you've completed a goal, you also have a section to review how it went, document the results, and reflect on your journey with that goal. Now, returning to the goals page, you can view all the steps for each of your goals and track your milestones. And you also have a calendar to stay organized with due dates for your goals and also your steps, as well as a database where you can view your completed and archived goals. And this setup ensures you have a comprehensive system to manage and achieve your goals across all areas of your life, integrating seamlessly with other components of the template. So now let's go over the last page in this template. That is actually one of my favorite pages because numerous research studies and case analyses have consistently shown that when accountability measures are put in place, productivity tends to rise across different work and educational environments. And that's why we decided to create this wellness page in the template, because it helps foster that aspect of accountability, and I'll show you how. So if we head to the wellness page, you'll first notice a journaling section, and here you'll find pre-made templates in this database for your daily journaling, where you can get yourself ready for the day with just a few question prompts and end your day with some journaling prompts as well. So there's also a a habit tracker, which is the accountability part of this page, and we'll go over that in just a second. And you also have pre-made templates to review and reflect on your week, your month, and also the year. Additionally, there's an empty page for those times when you don't want any question prompts and just want to jot down your thoughts freely. So quick access buttons for all of these pre-made templates are also available right over here. And next, you also have your mood tracker, for which you can select your mood like so. And there's a couple options that you can choose from. And finally, the area that helps you stay accountable with your goals. So here you'll have the ability to track 6 daily habits of your choosing. I love this page because watching these progress bars inch closer to 100% each day and each month is so satisfying. Plus, they're cute and it motivates me to complete my daily habits. So on each tracking page, you'll also see the progress bar for that current day. And on the left, you'll see your habits progress for the current day, the week, the month, and the whole year. And if you scroll down, you'll also be able to track your progress for each month individually. And as you can see, months that don't have any data will show a no data for this month message, while those that do will display the progress bar. Now, how do you use this habit tracker? Well, it's simple. So every day, a new page will automatically pop up in your habit tracking database, where you can start tracking your habits as you complete them. But before tracking your habits, it's important to remember to click this button right here. So the month will be added to that entry, allowing you to see your progress monthly in this bottom database right here. So every time you track your habits, don't forget to click that button, otherwise you won't be able to see your progress in your monthly progress database. And this habit tracker and your mood tracker are also databases that you'll find in your dashboard for easy access. And as you can see, you have your databases page, which you should not delete at all, otherwise the whole template will not work and all databases will be erased. But we already talked about that. So then you also have your habit tracker and mood tracker. And if you wish to complete all your habits for the current day simultaneously without having to go over all the check boxes one by one, you can just click this button and you're done. If you keep scrolling up in your dashboard, you'll also find your projects by status and priority, your next actions, your GTD notification center, your daily and weekly to-do lists, as well as your time blocking database. Also note that these are what's called synced blocks, meaning that everything you write here in these boxes will be visible in any other place this is put on in the template, which is very convenient. So finally, here in the dashboard, you have your capture database, which is also in every page of this template, your notification center, where you can stay on top of pending or overdue tasks, projects, goals, and your habit tracker. You'll also find your calendar and work-related events. And last but not least, there's the About Me section or profile database, so you can really make this template your own. Now, how do you do that, you ask? Well, let's get into that. So to start making this template your own and begin adding your very own entries, habits, areas, etc., let's go back to the template setup page, and now we'll head into step 2. So the first thing you'll see in this toggle is the About Me database, which acts as your profile database. So here's how to set it up. Enter your name. You can add a picture of yourself right here if you want. And then input your date of birth. Then after that, you're going to confirm that the age information right here is correct. If it's not, there might be an error in the date of birth. And once you've set up your profile, you can return to the dashboard. And now you will see your information displayed. And the notification center will now address you by name, and you'll even receive a cute birthday message on your birthday, so keep an eye out for that. So next, let's return to the template setup page. So you can start by adding your areas in this database right here. And if none of these pre-existing areas in the database are relevant to you, you can delete them like so, and then click the trash button. And if they are, you can use them and edit them as needed. And then if you scroll down, you can also start creating notebooks where you'll be adding a lot of notes. You can add your work contacts and add your 6 daily habits to your habit tracker. So to add your habits, think of 6 habits that you want to track daily. So right here in the database, you'll see these 6 columns where you'll be adding your habits. Now, what you're going to do is that you're going to delete the example habits provided and replace them with your own, like so. So for example, for habit number 1, just click on this column right here, delete the example, and you can either keep the number or delete it, but personally, I like it better with the number, so I'll leave them. And then you will just continue doing that until you finish adding all your 6 habits. Now, the only thing left is to delete the example templates we've added to this template for the purpose of this video. So these examples were added across the template just to give you a reference on how each database is supposed to work. But to start with your entries, deleting them is very easy. So what you're going to do is go to this toggle right here, click the little square next to each database entry, like so, and then delete. And you're going to repeat this for all of the database inside this toggle. So all of these right here. And after you do that, all of the databases will be empty and ready for your personal entries. And that's it. Now you're ready to start using your template. That's it for this video. I hope you found it helpful and are excited to start using this powerful tool to enhance your organization and productivity. And don't forget that this template also includes exclusive access to the Pixie Hub, which is designed to help you maximize the use of your template and support you in your productivity and Notion journey. So if you're interested in getting this template for yourself, you can simply follow the link in the description below. And if you've already purchased this template, remember that the key to making the most out of it is customization. Make it your own, add your personal touches, and watch your productivity soar. And that's all I have for you guys today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. And that's it for today. Bye, Pixies!